Good afternoon. Oh, wow, obedience. Thank you so much. I'm Ed Maloney, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the University of Salford Students' Union, and I'd like to warmly welcome you all to this University of Salford graduation ceremony. I am the Master of Ceremonies, and I'm here to make sure that basically we make friends, that I'm your pal, you're my pal, especially the people at the front. We're going to be pals in just 2 minutes. Give me 5 minutes, okay? So basically, I'm here to make sure the event runs smoothly and you know what you have to do. So please don't be anxious. I'm going to take you through it, okay? But before I do that, and before the ceremony starts, I have a few requests. Firstly, can I ask that you wear a face covering, unless medically exempt, for the duration of the ceremony and until you are outside of the hall and well clear of the buildings. Graduands, so right, we're going to learn some new words today. So graduands, that's people who are graduating. So that's all the people at the front, right? Okay, cool. So you will be able to take off your face covering as you come up. So one of the people wearing red will tell you and support you and tell you when to take off your face covering. And then they'll bring you forward. And once they've asked your name, and basically you'll come to the top of the stage, to the stairs there, you'll hear your name read out, and you will come forward. You will then proceed to move in front of where the presiding officer is, which is where the big red chair is, okay, basically. So I'm talking about presiding officer, I mean big red chair. You will doff. You won't know what the word doff means. I'm going to demonstrate it to you now. It basically means nod. You will do this. And they will do this. And that's basically it. Then you'll walk down the carpet here to somebody who's approximately here, who will hand you your scroll, and then that's it. You've graduated. So I'm going to break convention and actually let's just run through it. Why not? Okay, 1 second. You won't be wearing a hat. Take that off. You'll get to the top of the stage. You'll hear your name. You'll walk across. You're not wearing a face mask, that's already off. The best place for the best photos is about here, right? And remember, look up and smile. You've got to smile and nod at the same time, okay? It's difficult. I find it difficult. Smile and nod. They will be here doing this. And they'll do that back. Right? Back here. You'll keep on walking. Get your scroll. And you've graduated. Sorry, I forgot the most important bit. Right, okay. 2 things. Try not to do this. Doesn't make the best photo. So, the mace, the weapon, will be here on your right. Stop, nod, keep on walking, smile, and wave. Take it, and go. Okay? So hopefully everyone's feeling a little bit better. I told you I was trying to make you my pal. So yes, make sure you smile as you come across the stage. So that everyone gets the best photo, can I please make sure that everybody remains seated through the entire ceremony as a courtesy to the other guests and, so they're not having their view blocked. And finally, by all means, everybody who's here, please use your phones to take photos and videos. But please, can we be a great ceremony and make sure they're all switched on to silent, okay? We don't want to be that ceremony where someone's phone goes off. So the final thing I have to say is a quick message from our alumni team. So from the video you've just watched, you'll see that your relationship with the university does not end today. In fact, it is only just beginning. You are now a member of a global alumni community of over 190,000 graduates. Salford graduates go on to do amazing things, making a difference in all walks of life, from politics, industry, the arts, scientific discovery, to serving our communities through the health service, in schools and in public service. We would love you to keep in touch with us so that we can share in your life's journey and your achievements, but also ensure that you are kept up to date on the latest benefits and services available to you as a member of our alumni network. As you cross the stage today, we'll be recording you. and you will receive an email from us in the next couple of days inviting you to download a clip of yourself. This is just a little gift to say thank you, and to say thank you for agreeing to let us stay in touch with you. So on that note, the ceremony will now begin. So for those of you who are able, please stand for the entrance of the academic procession.
I declare this congregation open for the awards of the University of Salford. Please be seated. You can clap.
Graduands and distinguished guests, please welcome Professor Margaret Rowe, Dean of the School of Health and Society.
Well, welcome to Health and Society Graduation 21, the first ceremony of this year. Thank you to all of you students who have arrived here today, looking absolutely splendid, and a great big thank you to all of your supporters, your friends and your family. For the past 20 months have been incredibly challenging. Being a student at this time, you've demonstrated your great achievement in showing resilience, determination, talent and adaptability, skills that will prepare you for future employment. Whilst it's been incredibly challenging, the school and our students have seen some really exciting involvement in innovation and in research. A great emphasis of the university is to work with industry, developing students for the world of work, collaborating and developing research that makes a difference to people's lives and our society. There have been brilliant successes within the school across the university, one of these being that the University of Salford was made the first child-safe, credited university in the world. And this means that we are producing resources which give Salford students necessary tools to put young people and children in a better place to support and protect. This work was led by Professor Andrew Rowland and Professor Tony Long. I'm also thrilled that the university has recently re-signed the Armed Forces Covenant and pledged its commitment to those who serve or have served. This covenant states that veterans and their families will be treated with fairness and respect in their communities and receive support which they recognise their contribution to the nation by helping them in areas such as starting a new career, access to healthcare and education. As a response to Black Lives Matter's movement, our Equality, Inclusion and Diversity lead, Dr. Soraya Nayak, established our School Black, Asian and Racially Minoritized Student Collective. This is a safe place for students to meet up and constructively respond to their particular issues and challenges. We now have over 200 student members in this, and this is the largest in any UK university. We also seen some fantastic results in the Times Good University Guide and the Guardian University Guide in social policy, social work, physiotherapy, radiotherapy, sociology, criminology and sport, with psychology going up 27 places in the ranking. The area of sport continues to demonstrate excellent real-world impact through formal partnerships with Sale Sharks, Salford Red Devils and Oldham Athletics. Our students benefit greatly from placement opportunities that will assist with their employability upon graduation. In addition, we have a number of real-world research projects under the way with partners such as the FA and Hawkins Dynamics. These projects are helping multidisciplinary teams support athletic development and performance at the highest levels. Within the local community, we have just developed a partnership with Greater Manchester Policing and with the University of UCLan, which will deliver innovative and high-quality police education. This partnership started with our first cohort of students of 80 who commenced in November. At the start of the pandemic, we saw our nursing and allied health academics develop training courses for Greater Manchester Nightingale Hospital. The team provided training to NHS clinical staff to prepare them to care for patients who had contracted coronavirus right at the start of the pandemic. Our midwifery programmes have been awarded the UNICEF Baby Friendly Gold Award for achieving sustainability in baby-friendly standards. The university is only the second in the UK and the first in the North West to achieve this prestigious award. Within health and society, we have an international reputation in a number of areas, but one of the areas that we particularly excel at is in prosthetics and orthotics, supporting people with disabilities. Our expertise in this area has been harnessed in Uganda to support the growing number of people with limb loss from conflict, road traffic accidents, and increasingly diabetes. One of the areas that was developed in this, within this area is the work that we did with developing a prosthetic for an Asian elephant called Chinook, developing and creating a limb to get the baby elephant walking properly. We got a lot of attention on that, but that wasn't the purpose of the research, but it is a bonus from that. Many of our students and staff have been awarded for a number of awards throughout the last year and have achieved really excellence in this particular area. There are so many that I will not name, but it's just to say thank you ever so much for that activity. Our research in the school is seen as valued to society. The research involves undergraduate, master's and PhD students and staff working in collaboration with our external partners. One of the most important attributes our research demonstrates is impact. We are morally achieving impact as this is the right thing to do. Economically, it is the right area to do, and it demonstrates change and transition and makes an impact on people's lives. One example of research, and there is many that I could have shared, is some research led by Dr. Stephen Priest, who has developed groundbreaking digital health project to treat patients with dysfunctional breathing. This revolutionary project uses individualized avatars which replicate the actions of the muscle in real time as a patient breathes. The work we do in the school reflects the diversity of our communities and our students and engages meaningful at an international level. We are working closely with charities to really make a difference to people's lives. Looking to the future, our desire to generate a positive impact in the world remains the same. We are investing in our strengths in research across areas such as rehabilitation, public health, long-term conditions, welfare, criminal justice, and in the world that we live, focusing on technology and digitalisation. You, our students, have generated a positive impact for the University of Salford. You, our graduates, have made such a difference to so many people's lives. We really wish you success for the future and hope you remain in touch with us as part of our Salford family. Whilst it's been an exciting year for the school, there have been significant achievements for our university, and as such, I'm very proud to introduce our presiding officer of the ceremony, Pro-Vice Chancellor for Academic Development, Joe Pervis.
Well, distinguished guests and graduands, are you excited? Can't hear you. As Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University of Salford, I'm delighted to welcome you all today to this graduation ceremony celebrating the awards you, yes you, have achieved. We're here today to congratulate you all as our next generation of graduates, to wish you well and tell you how proud we are as you embark on the next chapter of your life. Today marks the culmination of years of hard work for you, and recognising your success is rightly the highlight of our university calendar, and this has been a long time coming. This is our first graduation in 2 years because of COVID, and we're delighted to be able to welcome the classes of 20 and 21 to these ceremonies. Everybody in this room has been affected by COVID in one way or another, and your achievements, as Margaret said, are all the greater for the adversity that you have faced and the challenges you have overcome as a result. It's a pleasure, privilege and honour for me to share this day with you. May I also extend a very warm welcome to your family, friends and supporters. Whether you've come from just down the road or have travelled long distances to be here, you are all very welcome indeed. And I hope everyone will take away some very special memories of this important day. Your university journey will have been a pivotal moment in your life. Alongside your specific studies, you will have further shaped your views on the world, learnt more about yourself, and created memories and friends that will stay with you for life, and they really do. You have developed intellectually, personally, and socially. So whether you are now moving on to further studies or new employment, or if you've already done so, or whether you're taking the time to reflect on the opportunities that you now have, you can be confident that you are ready to succeed in whatever you do. You've done more than study for a degree. The passion, drive and determination you've shown on your journey are all qualities that will serve you well in the future. Many of you may have had the experience of working while you're studying as part of your course or as part-time students, and many of you may have had that work taken away from you, and that will have been a struggle during COVID. I know how hard it is. I did my master's part-time and while I was still working, and I can still remember the feelings of guilt if I wasn't at work or if I wasn't studying. So social life was something that I wasn't very good at, and I was very cranky with the people around me. So if you've been like that because you've been too busy and too pressured, remember to apologise to your loved ones, but it's over now. You have achieved what you came to achieve. You've made it, and certainly for me, it helped me get where I am, and I never thought at that point that I would end up wearing these fancy robes. I can't promise you'll all get this sort of fancy dress, but I know that you can't see your future any better than I could. And even if you now think you know what it holds, I bet you in 20 years' time you'll be looking back and thinking, how did I get here? This is amazing. This isn't what I expected. So there are all sorts of surprises and opportunities ahead of you. You've all demonstrated your abilities, your skills, and your drive by arriving here today to receive your awards, and we are proud of you, as you should be of yourselves. And I also hope that you feel proud of us, your university, too. And whilst we're here today to celebrate your successes and achievements, in the time you've been studying with us, the university as a whole has also been achieving its own large projects too. And some of those you will read about in the graduation brochure. Your school, more than any, rallied with the university community to join the national effort in the fight against COVID-19. From providing volunteers for testing, donating specialist equipment, and designing prototype PPE, to leading global pioneering efforts and projects, and being at the heart of frontline care, our staff and students have shown remarkable dedication, ingenuity, and compassion throughout this time. And despite all of the challenges and restrictions, we as a university have continued to make progress with our ambitious plans. As you're walking around the campus with your friends and family, you might see our new Science, Engineering and Environment building, which is almost complete, under construction in the heart of this Peel Park campus. Next year, it will become home to our leading departments in engineering, robotics, science, and built environment. And work is well underway on our one-of-a-kind research facility, Energy House 2, which many of you will have noticed as the big black box sitting next door to Health and Societies buildings. This is where buildings can be constructed and tested to help industry deliver products that help us reach net zero in building and construction in the coming decades. Our commitment as a university to finding ways to tackle climate change is unwavering. I'm sure many of you will have walked past and maybe had a selfie in front of our new living lab on campus, and that's the Living Wall at Newton Building. It isn't just a stunning backdrop for great photos. This Ignition Nature-Based Solutions Living Lab is looking to unlock the key to climate change by providing options to tackle the climate emergency, using green infrastructure and plants to help with insulation and to help negate carbon footprint. And I'm so proud that the university remains at the cutting edge of world-leading research, innovation and teaching, working to secure a better future for our generations to come. This year, we were also part of a consortium selected to receive an investment of over £22 million from the UK government's Strength in Places Fund. And for that, we will be building our North of England Robotics Innovation Centre to make the Northwest a world-leading manufacturing hub. And we're continuing to make real progress with our master plan for the university estate. This master plan, developed in partnership with Salford City Council, is worth £2.4 billion over the next 20 years and will see the redevelopment of our campus and the surrounding city region. And we recently had £13 million of investment announced from government in a project called Salford Rise, a new infrastructure and green walkway and public realm scheme that will connect the two sides of Frederick Road, helping to connect our businesses and the university to create a brand new innovation campus. You, that's all the building side, but you, as people, as students and alumni, have also been doing the university proud. And just as a little flavour of some of what's been going on this year, Salford graduate Hannah Russell, MBE, secured bronze and gold medals at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Alumnus Craig Easton was named Photographer of the Year in the prestigious Sony World Photography Awards. Graduate Nicolette Peel was made an MBE in recognition of her work with the charity Mummy's Star, which supports pregnant women with cancer. And Maeve O'Sullivan, who completed the MA Children's TV production course, was awarded a BAFTA for film. So that's just a few examples of the many amazing things Salford graduates have achieved this year. So it's an exciting and an inspiring time to be part of this university community. And today's about you, students from the School of Health and Society, who are graduating from this year and from the last and celebrating your journey with us. But it is also about the people who have helped you on your journey to receiving your award today. Our staff alongside me today have guided you during your university career and helped you to recognise and reach your potential. Your supporters, your families and your friends have also encouraged you along the way, offering emotional, practical and, let's be honest, quite often financial support. So I think this support deserves recognition. So graduates, could I please ask you now to stand? Now, please give a round of applause for all those people here and elsewhere who have helped, inspired and encouraged you throughout your journey. So in a moment, you're going to pass across this stage. As Ed said, I know some of you will be worried about that, but take your time and enjoy it, and I know he's given you a full run through. Although he probably doesn't have the high heels on that some of you may have, and I know what a trial that can be. I remember that from my own graduation quite well. It's a bit nerve-wracking. So just take it slow. This part of your Salford journey will end, but a new one begins. From today, you become alumni of this great university, and we really do want you to keep in touch and let us know how you are doing, how we can help you, and how you can help us. Please remember, this university is your university. Our successes are your successes, just as your successes are ours. Remember how much you've achieved, how far you've come during your time at Salford, from navigating online learning during a pandemic to finding new ways to develop relationships with teachers and classmates. You overcame so much with determination and a willingness to adapt. We're so proud of everything you've accomplished, and you should be too. If you can graduate during a pandemic, quite frankly, you can do anything. Finally, I invite you to reflect on your abilities and social obligations as graduates and ambassadors of the University of Salford. I urge you to work for the benefit of others. Be a catalyst for positive change in whatever community you choose to live and work in. Seize the opportunities life gives you. Cherish the memories of your time at Salford and use the skills and knowledge you have gained here to be the best you can be. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and be kind to the environment. And don't believe everything you read on social media. The whole world is working to build a better future right now, and you are a vital part of that. I know that you will be building a brighter future for all of us. So I finish by saying this to each and every graduate. Be proud of what you have achieved. Be bold in your aspirations. The future is now yours to make. And as we like to say at Salford, go out there and become unstoppable. Congratulations.
Graduands and distinguished guests, we will now commence the presentation of the Postgraduate Awards from the School of Health and Society, and each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite Dr. Vicky Halliwell, Deputy Dean of the School of Health and Society, to present the awards.
Pro-Vice Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present for the award of Master of Science, Applied Psychology, Therapies, Prissy Matthew. Master of Science, Media Psychology, Alex Hawkey. Paolo Markovic. Alexandra Scaife. Master of Science, Performance Analysis in Sport, Timothy Jellicoe-Smith. William Redmond. Matthew Titchin. For Master of Science, Psychology of Coercive Control, Natasha Henning. Rebecca Stacey Leach. Ayabasola Elizabeth Ogunsola. And Harrod Roberts. Master of Science, Sports Injury Rehabilitation, Tamsin Claire Rutter. Thomas Gibson. For Master of Science, Strength and Conditioning, Sophie Helena Tough Bronze. Jessica Anna Calderbank. Hannah Crowley. Oliver Palmer. Dennis Potter. Gregor Christie. Thomas Mark Whitaker. Postgraduate Diploma, Sports Injury Rehabilitation, Olga Yukovska.
We will now commence the presentation of the Undergraduate Awards from the School of Health and Society. Each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite back Vicky Halliwell, Deputy Dean of the School of Health and Society, to present the awards.
Pro-Vice Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present for the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Nutrition and Exercise as Medicine, Sam Keane. Jenny Hollis. Amy Louise Lowry. Aaron Marchant. For Bachelor of Science with Honours Psychology, Mame Ama Akuma Aqua. Rhys Arnott. Balkiza Awais. Maria Aiza. Georgia Barnes. Jack Beckett. Katie Beresford. Bethany Carter. Lauren Cooper. Freya Dobson. Jasmine Joanna Elwood Duran. Amelia Hamilton. Tabar Hassan. Ayla Jennings. Nermin Kasmi. Lucy Kelford. Millie Lewis. Francesca Marks. Robert James McClellan. Aisha Naeem. Hannah Nasir. Syra Nasir. Holly Ramsden. Caroline Adele Renshaw. Raza Roof. Ellie Thompson. Sabah Ahmad Akhtar. Shanita Marsha Anderson. Malaika Anise. Zara Bella Aslam. Melissa Jane Bates. Mariam Ahmed Baum. Aisha Chowdhury. Naima Islam Chowdhury. Lauren Comerford Tormey. Leah Dolan. Noah Elgami. Sophie Nicole Elton. Jacob Halliday. Timothy Samuel Hartley. Lewis Hughes. Gwenllian Jones Evans. Gemma Masson. Sophie Mazzari. Chloe Michaels. Khadija Minja. Azirun Nahar. Rebecca Rose Norton. Kingsley Akwawe Odum. Jane Rogers. Aisha Sarjad. Aisha Salem. Karjor Kaur Singh. Rebecca Louise Thorne. Jonathan V. Young. Charlotte Whitley. Bachelor of Science with Honours, Psychology and Counselling Studies, Chelsea Taylor. Chloe Louise Davenport. Rebecca Louise Marshall. Ainsley Christina Slater. Benjamin James Smith. Nicole Jamie Smith. Megan Wellesby. Bachelor of Science with Honours, Psychology and Criminology, Lauren Brooks. Lydia Ann Carruthers. Anna Davis. Ryan Evans. Nicole Lowe. Corey Maxfield. Alice Lily Osborne. Gemma Sanders, apologies. Alicia Fullerton. Ashley Lauren Green. Megan Elizabeth Greenwood. Misha Louise. Lucy Mather. Keelan McCartney. Siobhan Carol McGovern. Aniza Naveed. Shannon Raybold. Natasha Eleanor Spack. Emily Jane Warren. Maisie Williams. Bachelor of Science with Honours, Psychology of Sport, Katie Embry. Bachelor of Science with Honours, Sports Rehabilitation, Mustafa Ali. Victoria Louise Bennett. Laura Bolton. Michael Brown. Robert Cartledge. Nathan Cartwright. Lydia Colton Bowen. Samuel Corbishley. Abby Crompton. Lydia Dickinson. Olivia Duffy. Ben Goodacre. Danielle Hope. Hannah Hughes. Chloe Hull. George Jackson. Thomas Johnson. Emma Jones. Danielle McCready. Olivia May Munro. Megan Murrell. Hayley Price. Liam Rainey. Kieran James Storer. Jonathan Harry Wallbank. Christopher Williams. Hannah Winkle. Joshua Robert James Appleton. Bradley Bowman. Thomas Broadfoot. Doral Burns. Nicholas Cass. Poppy May Cottrell. Sophie Ensel. Holly Dawn Gallican. Lucy Graves. Georgia Alice Rose Greenhouse. Lewis Henderson. Sarah Abigail Henderson. Martha Holland. Taylor Holmes. Katie Howard. Zishan Ahmed Iqbal. Kirsty Marie Kerr. Goodwin Paranteng Enyako. Elizabeth Lawrence. Francesca Lee. Christina Lees. Nicole Littler. Maxwell Live. Leah Pearl Maysbay. Jack McCannon. Stephen Nairn. Holly Norton. Arkayla Palmer. Yasmin Parton Sotomayor. Hannah Phillips. Claudia Anne-Louise Ricketts. Jared Rosenberg. Cameron Thomas. Helena Phoebe Walker. Heather Wardle. Charlotte Megan Wayman. Ida Zaniewska. For Bachelor of Science with Honours, Sports Coaching Analysis, Jake Atkins. For Bachelor of Science with Honours, Sports Science, Human Performance, Molly Mary Barrow. Kieran Shell. Letitia Parker. Ellie Marie Taylor. Megan Jill Taylor. Jake Allen Huckabee. Jodie Bella Isherwood. Ibrahim Khan. Olivia Callahan. For Bachelor of Science with Honours, Sports Science Performance Analysis, James Foster. Lewis Kay. James Skilling. Lewis Smith. For Bachelor of Science with Honours, Sports Science, Strength and Conditioning, Owen Mark Parry. Thomas James Smith. Daniel David Woodhead. Matthew Brookshaw. James Farrington. Chloe Louise Griffiths. Bethany Haslam. Leah Rose Kidd. Anna Mercer. Ryan Spencer. Christopher Trigwell. For Bachelor of Science, Nutrition and Exercise as Medicine, Nadej Elodie Lightburn.
Graduates and guests, that concludes the presentation of the awards. Before I invite the Pro-Vice Chancellor to close the ceremony, can I please ask all guests to remain seated until all the graduates, who are now graduates, have left their seats. I would like now to invite the Pro-Vice Chancellor, Joe Pervis, to close the ceremony.
Well, you made it, and you were noisy. And you did it in your own style. So, on behalf of the University of Salford, once again, I want to offer my congratulations to each and every one of our graduates. Please, can I ask you to join me in a big round of applause? Now, I have one last thing to ask of you. It's time for all of you new University of Salford graduates to stand up and put on your hats.
I declare this ceremony closed. Please all stand.